Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. New Chief of Staff, Oshiomhole. APC leadership told to recommend Abba Kyari'S replacement. The Forum of the All Progressive Congress, APC, state chairman has requested that the party national hierarchy recommend a new chief of staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. This is following the deceased of Abba Kyari, who died few days ago while battling coronavirus. There have been arguments from all quarters on who will fill the vacuum created by the death of Abba Kyari. In a statement signed by the forum's chairman, who is also the Borno State APC chairman, Ali Bakar, he warned that the office of Chief of Staff was vital to the attainment of the politics of the presidents, hence should be appointed by the party's hierarchy. According to him, the job of a Chief of Staff is to help the president move the economy and achieve his goal, hence should not be kept lingering on for too long, vacant. We commiserate also with the government of Borno State, Borno APC, and the bereaved family. It is a thing of loss that the state has lost Abba Kyari and should know that it is a job of confidence which he did. Who will help this president to achieve his goal in his governance? The person who did that very well until his death was Abba Kyari. The forum calls on the leadership of APC to find a way to help in stabilizing the president and possibly recommend somebody that will be an assistant as the chief of staff that he desperately needs now. Meanwhile, Alhaji Issa Fortune, a close ally of President Muhammadu Buhari, has said it is an insult to be nominated as a replacement for the late chief of staff. To be nominated to replace the late chief of staff. Not just him alone, others who have been nominated one way or the other has turned down the position. It is now a thing of concern for APC that we are requesting that the hierarchy of the leadership should seek out somebody. Oshiomhole has been the party national chairman. He can work in that regard as he also is a trusted ally and close to President Muhammadu Buhari. We can look within from APC and we can look at somebody like Oshiomhole. He was close to Abba Kyari and is also close to Buhari. These are considerations that we are thinking about. We want to look inward and see the best person for this position. We are considering the chairman of the National Party, but it's up to him and Buhari to decide if that will be a good replacement. Wow. You've heard it all. APC is looking inward as most people that have been asked to take up that position has either not agreed or feel it is an insult and has not complied to taking up the position as the new chief of staff. Somebody that was recommended, one of Buhari's in-laws said it was an insult to be nominated to stay in that position as chief of staff, that he does not consider himself a replacement, that he doesn't look at that position as worthy enough for him. Remember the person of Kimberly, he also said Abba Kyari is his friend and he's mourning his friend because he was also nominated and he declined the position. APC is saying that the position of the chief of staff is very important and should not be left vacant. So they are looking inward, and Oshiomhole is coming on top of the list as part of people or persons that they are considering as a chief of staff. Now, the chief of staff is one person who helps the president to see things the way he doesn't see things. And for them to be considering Adams Oshiomhole, it means that they have trusted, is somebody that they trust. Don't forget that some of them were those who took Oshiomhole um, to court, saying that he does things without consulting people. Adams Oshiomhole has been on the news really lately, and a lot of them have not really agreed with his style of leadership. But they also are the ones considering him now for the position of chief of staff. So if they are considering Oshiomhole, I guess they should look at it very well and be sure. Uh, APC did not recommend Abba Kyari. Buhari himself was the one who picked a friend, according to how he refers to Abba Kyari. He took Abba Kyari in. He picked a friend. So if getting a chief of staff is becoming difficult for Buhari, as everybody's turning down the position and saying it is an insult, how can they be picking them for chief of staff? So the way they are looking at the position of the chief of staff, it feels like an errand boy for the president. Yes, it feels like somebody. You know that Abba Kyari was a he was a very he was a very quiet man. Yes, he's somebody that does not speak a lot in public. Although they said inwardly he was like the person really controlling Nigeria with the way he behaved, with what he was doing. It was actually the brain behind the country. In fact, it was actually the brain behind Buhari. It was actually Buhari's mouthpiece. Most decisions you see taken, he would have discussed with Buhari. He was even closer to Buhari than his wife. Oshiomhole has a young wife, and if he's to take up that position, there are things to consider. That means he'll be moving to Abuja. His wife is going to feel, remember, his wife is a young girl. She's going to feel his absence because those were part of the sacrifices. He has a lot of things to consider, meaning he'll be living in Edo State. That's if he's living in Edo State, because I don't currently know where he lives. He'll be ready to travel. He'll be ready to stay in late meetings. I guess he'll be used to this by now, being a governor, APC chairman. But I guess the load of work will intensify. I think it's a different ball game altogether. But Oshiomhole is one of the considerations, not that they've decided or they've imposed him on Buhari. They said Oshiomhole is also somebody that has been close to the presidency, and it should be someone that is, they are considering, looking at his position and how he has been. I guess there'll be other considerations